Well, this is JDonio79 here, and I'm going to be talking about the series is coming up, and this is the first part of the series, which is pretty an introduction to the video on towards the ever-changing world of video games, and we are heading into from a environment where we are buying games from the professional developers who generally make the game for money here. And during the past 36 years, we were buying games from the store, where it's an 8-bit Nintendo game we bought in the 1980s and the early 90s, to the Super Nintendo games we're looking for, to Mario and Sonic, and Mario Sonic games, and Metroid, Crash Bandicoot games, and The Sims, Doom, and all these games we purchased. These games we purchased from the store. We walk into your local GameStop store, bought an Animal Crossing and Fear, and a lot of other games. And that environment we were in during those past years was the first generation environment, which is a centralized gaming environment, which was a clear definition between content providers, them, and the consumers. And now, here's the reason why the world is changing. It's thanks to the web and also newer games that have more and more powerful do-it-yourself, create your own level software that could become more and more concrete as the games go by. And just lately, we've had games such as Half-Life and Doom, and as early as Doom and Duke Nukem. Remember the day where we bought the Duke Nukem 3D game and for the PC, and we had build, and people were sharing them over the web, and even released a CD containing thousands of those map files, and the map files and the text files and like that, and even made those into CDs. And nowadays, thanks to Build and the creator and the Build creator, and there's even some, people sharing the sites here. And then we had the Sims 2 game, which people were sharing objects and Sims and clothing and stuff that people created around the world. They're actually precursors to what is going to be coming up in the light of, yes indeed, Little Big Planet. And it was a hot-selling title where most of the juice in the game relied on the level creation and the sharing, where you have your own moon and sharing levels over the internet and and whatnot, and like a lot of people and YouTube were creating and sharing their own creations, and they just didn't make levels. They actually made stunts, and even showed them that they can create some mini games. I even seen one YouTube channel, I forget what it is, creating those Tetris type game where you control that sack boy and manipulate the Tetris blocks to fill it in the things when still bugs in there. Sometimes these lines come out anyway, but it's like this is like what we as consumers are showing a lot of capabilities of, and even that one site that these developers of Little Big Planet says admit that, wow, these consumers can make something better than we can as a company making money. And this is yet an indication on where we're having in a game 2.0, and where we go from a centralized gaming system we dependent on the big companies like the Activision, towards a new environment where we rely on peers over the internet creating and sharing levels. And this is not the only game that's going to be signaling a change in the environment of a gaming. We have Guitar Hero World Tour, which we have the studio mode, which allows players to compose the music, as well as conducting in here. And I think I've heard rumors that, wow, I mean, some of the music that the people are making is actually better than, say, I can be better than Britney Spears. I can be better than Elton John, and making my own music collections. I mean, this is a, I mean, this is like real interesting, and and so it turns out the only barrier between us is that the cumbersome tools that we're going to have to require. And says, oh yeah, we have all these artists using expensive equipment to make their own music. And it's like, man, I want to show off my talent to, like, how to make a video game, like how I want my video games to be conducted here. And it's like, it's really here. And this is what user-generated content is. Is that user-generated content is actually what's developed by each individual average person. Me, you, your Darkness Occurs, and yeah, you making videos, and all the other people making videos on YouTube, and shows that, you know, how cool reviewer you are. Going back to those classic games, and now soon to be having these games. Yeah, I'm still trying to want to create my reviews for the newer PlayStation 3 games when it comes out, when I purchase it. The only thing is that my stupid freaking capture card thing's not working. It only just gives me a green screen, and then, you know, that's, oh, come on. I don't want to have people to view a green screen in my reviews. But anyway, this is what user-generated content mean. Like me and average people just creating video and shipping on YouTube for other people here. And yeah, really indeed. I mean, this is like, you know, shows what the talent is here. But that's the type of industry we're embracing now, which we are now going in towards our first phase towards gaming 2.0, which is creating user-generated levels and or even little mini games that we create in Little Big Planet. And yeah, you know what. And once it matures, people are going to create their own homemade video game and sharing it over the internet. And yeah, the big difference is that professional creators do it for money, while that's professional created content, and versus user created content, where we most of the materials are having some social purposes. Like, you know, I create a user generated content to create like a level based upon a trick shot on what I can create, and saying, hey, look at this, oh man, the Sackboy flying through the red saucers or something, the red fiery rings or anything like that. I mean, that's basically the difference between a user-generated content for social purposes versus professional created content do it for money purposes. And you know, that's the way we're doing here. And trust me, it's not something new. This dates back in the early days where we've had 8-bit Nintendo, and where they had level editors for like something like Nuts and Bolts and like all this little nicky nacky stuff. And I mean, and that stuff is just, you know, materialized and stuff. But anyway, that's it for my introductory video, and in the next video I'm going to be showing you what the daily life would be like under Gaming 2.0, which would be like. And that's it. See you later, and JD out. Happy gaming, everybody, and happy holidays.